Wake up, new Midjourney style just dropped. You gotta see how crazy this is. Futuristic sports car, Niji 5 style Scenic. Scenic is the name of this new style. Look at number 1 and number 2 and number 3 and number 4. They're all so beautiful. I think what is so striking to me is the volume of these pictures. From the subject to the backgrounds, everything is so detailed and sharp. It's honestly quite alarming, unexpected, the best kind of surprise to wake up to. Let me show you a few more pictures, then we'll go to the documentation, and then we'll come back to some more examples. As soon as I saw those cars, I knew I wanted to try some sort of Power Ranger look. Blue and gold Power Ranger style Scenic. Look at these men. Just incredible. So bold and so charming. And you know what? Here's a little hot tip for you, especially in version 5. If you notice any of your pictures are just not quite right, you can hit the variation button and you will be pleasantly surprised by the next 4 pictures that become available to you. Check out the dog circus and just look how it brings together so many different characters into a scene. From the framing to the lighting to the color, I think Scenic is easily my new favorite thing. Why would I ever generate on a version that isn't like this? These are incredible. Okay, wait, before I go any further, let me explain how to get access to this. For starters, you can use this through the Midjourney bot. Super simple, all you need to do is type in --Niji space 5 and then --style space Scenic after every one of your Midjourney prompts. Or if you're on the Niji Journey server, I'll leave an invite link in the description. You can access your settings in one of the chats, and Scenic will be one of the options here. If you click on it, the style will automatically be added to the end of each of your prompts. But keep in mind, these settings are only available in the Niji server. If you go to the settings in Midjourney, it's not going to look like this. But like I said earlier, you can still type it at the end of your Midjourney prompts. Okay, we'll look at a couple more, then the documentation, and then some more examples to go through. I went back to the Power Ranger, but I expanded the canvas with a wide aspect ratio of 16:9. More goosebumps. I've already seen these. I've upscaled them and I can't get over how beautiful they are and how much they say upon your eyes seeing them. Look at the depth, look at the layers, the separation of colors and light between the foreground and the background. Absolutely stunning stuff. Look at the reflections in the helmet, especially in number 3. And maybe I just happen to like the colors of blue and gold, and so it kind of stands out in these pictures, but come on, these are insane. I tried a rainy day in the Mediterranean. Look how beautiful these are, dude. I really like that it kind of gave 4 different feels to it, but honestly, maybe my favorite part about this new style is that each picture is very coherent next to one another, where if you were telling a story about the Mediterranean, you could include each of these 4 pictures, and I don't think there would be any fall off in value of your story. Each of them looks like it could come from the same piece of art, and that is super powerful. Here's a classic neon Batman. Love number 2, love number 3, outstanding. In the future, I think I will do another comparison video where you can really see one prompt on one seed between all of the different styles, but you'll have to wait for that. For now, let's go to the documentation. Let's take a look at this style breakdown. The facial styling of default. Like default, Scenic uses a modern anime face styling. Okay, that's good to know. Ooh, this is interesting. I guess I really hadn't noticed this, but now that it's been said, maybe I see it. The 3D lighting model of expressive. Like expressive, Scenic has a sophisticated system to model more realistic light and shadow, exceptionally beautiful background. The graphic styling of cute. As we will discuss below, putting a character in a scene is quite a challenge. Scenic borrows strong graphic elements from cute in order to strike a balance between compositions. So maybe the reason I'm so in love with this new style is because it takes the best of what's available. Compared to our other styles, Scenic will zoom out a bit more on the subject matter and provide more of the environmental context behind actions. That is something I definitely noticed. The backgrounds are insane. And you know what I find so interesting? The way I described Scenic is exactly what they intended, and I think that's really beautiful. Now, because I was so in love at first sight, I really wanted to try a high stylized value, but I really wanted to try some chaos. I wanted to see as much as I could in as few prompts as possible, because I've already run out of some fast hours for this month. I've been experimenting a little crazy, so you can look forward to that in a future video. Futuristic sports car, C4 style 400. Look at the background in number 2. Oh, these are just incredible. Sports car, Chaos 4, S30, lowered the stylized value, which basically means it's going to follow my prompt a little more strictly, and I was shocked. Look at number 1, look at number 2. It's just mind-blowing. And to be honest, I really like the look of number 4, even though it's not really a sports car. And I think that could just come from the chaos value if I were to guess. But look at these, dude. More goosebumps. What am I even? Oh my gosh. And you know what's so funny? I meant to put S0 here, which would cause the prompt to be the most strict, but I accidentally put double zeros, and to my surprise, it worked. Like, there was no error. To be honest, I think it still means 0. I don't see why double zero would be anything completely different than 10. However, look how good these are. Oh my god. Number 1's amazing. Number 2 is my favorite picture ever. Hands down. I think it's got to be the thumbnail. I can't get over how beautiful that is. But then look at number 4 as well. Look at, oh my god. That's so good, man. And you know what? Because of this little happy accident, double zero might be my new favorite style value. Even if it doesn't mean anything, it's still a sentimental win. And you know what? I really should try the same seed with the style value at 0 and at double zero. Maybe I'll just try that right now. Okay, back to the prompts. C4, S75. And I think what you can take away from this is that, you know, there are so many seeds to choose from. What you're going to get in one is not representative of what you'll get in another. So you're going to have to try a lot. Like, if I had given up after seeing this, I never would have got the others. You know what I mean? But here's a good example of how there's really no way to know what you're talking about. Neon Batman C4 S0. Look how bad these are. Like, these are not good. Number 3 is kind of funny looking, but they're not that great. Meanwhile, that sports car was perfect at S0, S00. So what does that mean? What should you do? I don't know. Run some tests yourself and get back to me. We have to learn this together. Neon Batman S35. I liked number 2 so much, but it was a little too nonsensical, so I hit variations, and I'll show you what it came up with after. C4 S75. Look at number 4, man. And I like number 1 a lot too. S400. Number 1 is incredible, and number 4, I love the bats in the background. I love where he's standing. I love the scene. I love the camera angle looking up at a building. This is just crazy. Here it is at S1000. Look at number 2, dude. Look at number 3, man, the way his cape flows. Look at number 4, how he's abstractly large chasing this car. You would have to write so much to get any of this in other versions of Midjourney, like so much prompt work. And here, all it is style Scenic with a simple prompt. Maybe that's the ultimate bit of advice I could give you. If you have a short prompt, in the same way that version 4 could give you some crazy stuff, a short prompt with some of these new styles, that's the way to go. Ah, look at that. That is so good. Goku S400. Oh my gosh, I'm just seeing these now. These are wild. I tried some consistency tests. Futuristic Batman character sheet, multiple expressions, and dynamic poses. Ideally, all of these would be in frame and able to be separated more easily. However, I think this was a good first test. Like, look at number 3. It's got his back. It's got 2 different versions of his side. It's got a couple different facial expressions. I'd say there is a lot of potential here for storytelling. I changed up the Power Ranger prompt a little bit, went full body shot of the new blue and gold Power Ranger with the traditional Niji aspect ratio of 4:5. Look at number 3. That background That's so stylish, so beautiful, and love. I tried something slightly poetic, stained glass portrait of the last angel. I like number 1 a lot. This little zodiac calendar in a circle at the top, excellent. Expanding the canvas can get you some pretty cool pictures. Not exactly what I wanted, but maybe I didn't quite know what I wanted, and I could probably tweak the prompt a little bit. I ran the sports car again at S0 to see what else I could get. Look at number 4, that's insane. Oh my god. Number 2 is really pretty as well, those reflections are wild. And number 1, kinda not that great, which is maybe what I would expect from an S0. However, with Scenic, I don't see how you could go wrong. Now, here's a really good example of what variations can do. Let me show you the original. So I've got these, I showed you them before. Number 1, I loved it, but it looked a little funny. His hand, it wasn't quite right. So we hit V1 and look what it did. In number 4, it kind of fixed his hand. I'm okay with that picture now. We didn't ask it to fix the hand, but we asked for variations on the picture, which means, anything perfect might fall off of being perfect, but anything below perfect might raise itself up. It's not an exact science, but it works. And here's the other example of that crazy scene that I thought was a little too chaotic. It gave me much more chaos. Like number 2, not good, that's nonsense. Number 4 is not bad. Number 1, not great. But number 3, look how the building bends around the block, and the bats are pretty detailed, formed correctly for the most part. That's amazing, and that came through variation. Look how good that is, dude. Bruh. Alright, I don't have that much more to show you, but I really love this style, so check these out. I went with portrait of an Instagram model, maximalism style, and if you want to know how I chose this style, you can download my free PDF in the description. It's got over 200 styles. They were made in version 4, but I still consult it to this day for ideas on what to use in my prompts. Look how good number 2 is. Look at the background. Again, look at the layers, the depth. It's so good. And I think that's a cat here, number 1. Oh, that's adorable. Same idea with a little bit of chaos, S400. Look at number 4. That's so cool. I don't even know how you get that. That's almost like I don't know. That's amazing. Oh my gosh, style 1000. Look at number 1. It places the person just off of the stairs so that we get a clear view of the room. It was amazing, man. Amazing. Here's the expanded canvas. I love this sort of fisheye look in number 4. Holy cow. Ooh, love this prompt. Memphis pattern. Look what Scenic does with it. Look at the sharks in number 4. I don't know why I would do that. Look at the colors. Insane. Alright, I think this video has been long enough. Let me know what you think of this new style. If you like it as much as I do, I hope you're doing well. Take care, and I'll see you next time. Peace.